My name is Sonia. Tonight we have a guest speaker who will be discussing about accessing library resources online during the pandemic. Just to let everyone know, tonight's event will be recorded, and this is hosted by the Chinese American Parent Association of Howard County, as well as the Howard County Community Organizations Active in Disaster. I'd love to welcome Diane Lee. She is the branch manager of the Savage Branch Library here in Howard County and the STEM Education Center. So she joined the Howard County Library System in the mid-1990s as the public services librarian at the Miller Branch Library, which is actually one of my favorites just because of its somewhat recently renovated, but Savage is nice too. So Diane is an experienced information professional and has been actively involved in the Howard County community. She is a winner of the 2015 Fern American Success Award and serving as the first community partnership liaison for the Howard County Chinese School. She was instrumental in the implementation of key initiatives of the HCCS community. So let's all welcome Diane, and thank you so much for coming and presenting tonight.
Hello, everyone, and thank you, Sonia, for inviting me. So today we are gonna spend about an hour or so to go over some of the online resources on or through library's website. And many of you are avid library users, so I will go through some of the access point on the website, and we'll have time for question and answer. So I do have a PowerPoint slide. However, the information keeps evolving and some of them are not as current as I would like to be. So I will just show the slides a little bit, but then we're gonna go online to use library's website. Okay, let's see. All right, everybody see the screen? All right, great. Are we familiar with the library's website? Many of you do, right? A lot of you've been using libraries resources. One example is to use the contactless pickup. And I want to show you just really quickly, just in case you're not familiar with it, I just want to point out. So hclibrary.org, that's the address for the homepage. So once you get there, this is the screen you will see. Contactless pickup. Right here. Click on it. You fill out the form, your library barcode, your first name, last name, email address. It's very important to give us your email address and phone number, just in case, right? If you have any notes, for example, that you made 2 separate requests in one day, so they're gonna filled at different times, however you wanna pick them up at the same time. Leave a note here and say that I have 2 requests. They come separately, but I would like to pick them up together. Stuff like that, you can put it in there and just send it. And that's easy, right? New, we are offering bundle request, meaning that, let me get to the bundle. Right here. Let us browse for you. So instead of you coming into the library to browse the shelf, tell us what subject you're interested in. We're gonna go to the shelf and browse for you. and chose the books if you want. For example, if you want cookbooks, okay, tell us what kind of book, what kind of cookbooks that you like, and we will look them for you. We will put 6 items, one on one subject for you. And you can also indicate if you want DVDs or just paperback books, or if you want audio, we could do that for you too. So this is the form, and especially for young children, this is where you mark, right? Then we will pull your request from our end, and we search the shelf for you and check out the books on your library card and put them in the bag. They will be ready in the lobby, in the library for you. And of course, you need to, once we have that ready, checked out to your library account, you will receive an email notification. And at that point, you make up a pickup appointment. So there should be a link on that email notification where you can click it directly take you to the appointment form. Then you make the appointment, choose the date and time you would like to pick up. And that's it, easy. All right, so now I would like to switch back to our PowerPoint. So what can you access on library's website or through library's website? So you can get live homework help with a tutor. You can search research databases for your project, for your schoolwork, and you can prepare for your tests. Wide range of tests, not only academic related, not only SAT, ACT, but also some of the vocational tests, like, for example, driver's license tests. So you can access that to actually practice your driver's license tests. It can be for firefighters, for nurse certification, law school exams. So I'll show you when we get there. You can also register for online classes and video tutorials to learn a language, to basically sharpen your professional skills, develop your professional knowledge. And last, not the least, you can browse books, download books, ebooks or audiobooks. You can download movies to watch movies or stream movies, and download and stream music. And we will spend some time to go over each one of those bullet points. And okay, so what do you need to access that treasure? It's like, I call it like mountains of treasure. It's a gold mine, right? You can go in there, get lost. Okay, so you need your library card number. If you don't have one, you can register one on library's website. We call it now digital library card. So all you need is not the actual card. As long as you have that barcode number, you can use it. Of course, you need to have a PIN, just like any other cards. You have your library card, and that's associated with your library account. That's your privacy. Whatever you read, whatever you access, it's yours. It's private, right? And then you need, of course, you have internet access. And one thing I want to mention, I am sure many of you in the audience are probably students or parents who have children in Howard County Public School. So you can also access library resources through your school's website, that hcpss.me, and you can access it from there. For example, I think it's live. I'll show, I'll show you. Right here, see? Okay. And okay, so you also, a lot of you do have a HCPSS student library card, at which that barcode start with HCPSS, right? If you have one, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, we are gonna start with live homework help. Through library's website. Okay, through library's website, there are different ways to get to the homework help. First, when you arrive at the home site, right in the center, you see research. Click on there. Okay, I'm sorry, it's a little slow, so bear with me. Once you're there, homework assistant. Let me see, is the website has changed? Yeah, there it is. I thought it's changed. Okay, so on the left side, the tab, I just need to go a little down a little bit. So in this tab, online help at Howard County Library System, down here, homework assistant. Okay, that's one way of getting there. Or you can just type in the library's website and go straight to the online research tools. Okay. So now let's go down to, I don't know how many of you used the free online tutoring. It is very good. Let's try to go in there. Get homework assistant. And there are many different resources actually for your homework assistant, one of the most useful is the online homework assistant. It opens every day, every afternoon from 2 p.m. to 11:55 p.m. So it covers all the subjects. We should really get in there. Let me see. I will get a dummy card. Okay, so free tutors. Let me see if okay, my dummy card is right there. So of course, you need to be authenticated to be able to use this resource because that resource is a paid service. And it's actually, it's funded in partnership between the library and the school system. And it offers free access to Howard County Library card holders. So you would need to have a library card number and again, a 4-digit PIN. So submit. So we get to live tutoring right here, writing lab. And depending on the hour of the day, they can get busy and math is always busy. There's writing lab. You can send your questions. And this is specifically for language learners. So when you have time, you can get in there and to find more. So we're gonna get out of here. So that is the live homework help. Our second tab is the e-resources, right? The research databases. Let's see, we can get to. So from the website, from library's website, we're back to the main page again. Okay. So where we want to look for you can access the e-resources through HCLS now right here, and you can access the e-resources by click on stream, download, and learn. Or you can just navigate to hclibrary.org and /research. So let's see if we can get the database under learn up here. Okay. So this is a substantial resource for you if you want to register for an online library classes or any of those ready-made on-demand classes, tutorials through the databases, or you can search for the research databases for journal article. You can do that too through this icon here. So we are gonna go into, we're gonna explore a little bit on the online classes. And once you're there, you can see that there are databases to exercise your brain and learn a language, learn a different language, a foreign language, and professional and personal development. And you can take the Cisco Academy, you can take any of the Gale courses, lynda.com, many people is familiar with, and test prep. And we have different test prep databases, one of which is the Learning Express library. But most recently, we the Gale database partnered with Peterson's, a large publisher, to revamp their testing and education reference center and update it into, now the new name is Peterson's Tests and Career Prep. And it is very powerful, and I'll show you in a minute. And then right here, I mentioned the driving tests if you want to practice. And for these language learning databases, there is a difference, and you can most likely tell by the name of it. Little Pim, those are for children under the age of 6. Muzzy Online, 6 and up. Mango is a little bit more advanced, is from the beginner to intermediate level. Now Rosetta Stone, and many of you are familiar with Rosetta Stone. It's one of the leading language learning software that's out there. If you buy it for personal use, it can be outrageously expensive, but it's right here for you. Library, again, provide the free resources. It is a treasure, so take advantage of it. And Rosetta Stone, of course, is more substantial than the others. Artist's work, I have not ventured into it personally, but looks like, you know, you can practice instrument and learn instrument and improve your singing skills, your vocal ability, and then art skills. So again, these are all free. And Cisco, I don't have to elaborate. Gale course, this is one of the most familiar scholarly journal databases, and that's very easy to use. Very often, lynda.com, it's been there for a while. It's basically a database for streaming videos to tutorials. And test prep, the Learning Express library, and you can prepare for your AP exams, GED, SAT, ACT, and for various jobs. For example, you know, the firefighters exam, the police officers exam, you know, the real estate license exam, stuff like that. Now, Peterson's, this is a really good one. I do want to elaborate on that a little bit. Let me click on it. Okay, again, you need to have your library card number and a PIN number. So you hit submit. And here we're in. Of course, when you get in there, you know, you will have to set up account just with any other website that when you use the service, you create an account, right? And right here, it groups their services in 4 different categories. Improve your score, of course. The perfect example is your standard testing, right? So you can practice on there. And find school, I don't, personally, I haven't, it's new. I have not delved into it, but I don't know how helpful. I'm sure it gotta be more helpful than Google, right? So you Google school's name, then you read up US News and World Report, but this will, you know, they put it out there for a reason. Explore careers. I think there's a test that asks you different questions, and once you answer these questions, it kind of get you through to find not necessarily your true passion, but where your strengths are and where you're more likely to succeed. So yes, here you have to, even after you log in with your library card and PIN number, you will still have to register for account with Gale and Peterson's to use it. Okay, so you know, we don't have much time, so there's so many more resources that I want to be able to give you as much as possible. So these are very intuitive, especially the young students out there. You can log on there figuring this out if you spend more time. So let me jump out of here and we can go to our next subject. Okay. See, I want to say that one thing that I want to say with the majority of these databases, they all come with the app for your smartphones, for your Android or Apple. So they all have apps, and I need to go back to the language databases. So if you know someone who's learning English as a second language, those are terrific resources out there for you, okay? And we also, the library also has a project literacy project. I'm not sure if you are familiar with it, but if you go on library's website, if you search for project literacy, you will find that too. However, now I think they're teaching online as well. So we want to So Gale courses, we're done with the Gale courses. Lynda.com. Work system. Okay, test prep. Okay, so now I want to go back to the streaming service. Just to show you. Streaming. So there are different apps or different databases within the streaming service, right? Frigo, mainly for music. You can download three songs every week. You can stream 3 hours per day. And that's what you get from Frigo, free. And then Hoopla. For Hoopla, you can stream or download movies, TV shows, music, audiobooks, ebooks, comics. You can check out 10 items per month. Okay, so that's pretty good deal, right? Next, Canopy. Canopy, again, it's another resource, another service you can stream award-winning documentary. The Canopy is mainly for movies. So again, you can check out 10 movies, 10 items per month. So that can keep you busy. That's plenty to watch, right? Plus the books. So that's learn, stream, we can download. Let's take a look and see what we can download. So download ebooks and EAudio books. So you can listen if you're exercising, if you're walking, or if you're driving, and if you're cooking and doing something else, you can listen to a book, right? So the most, I have to say, the most used service is Overdrive/Libby. And what it is a Maryland's digital e-library consortium. So this is a state-funded e-resource for all Maryland public libraries. Of course, you need a library card and a PIN number, and you can download books on your own device. You can, again, listen, borrow, and check it out virtually. So the ebooks and e-audio books are just very similar to the physical materials. So you can borrow it for 3 weeks, just like you do with books and other materials that you check out from the library. And the return is automatic, right? No fines. And once it's your day to return, and the books that you downloaded just expires, it disappears, returned. Again, they all come with apps. Actually, Libby, it's Overdrive/Libby. Libby is the Overdrive's app name. So Overdrive's app is called Libby. So if you hear people talking about Libby and Overdrive, they're the same thing. And Cloud Library is very similar as well. We talked about Hoopla and Project Gutenberg. And this, at the high schoolers, you guys know, right? Project Gutenberg. So this is a humongous digital library of free ebooks, and those books are in public domain, meaning that their copyright has expired. So, so they're free to you. You don't need to pay for them, okay? And if you need, if you're studying in a group or whatever, you use a chapter or whatever, you don't need to get permission because they're in public domain. So that's Project Gutenberg. Then we have e-magazines and e-newspapers. And those are very helpful as well as you start doing your term papers and projects and stuff like that. National Geographic Virtual Library. I don't know if you had a chance to browse in it. It's amazing. The images are amazing. Of course, you know, what can you say about Smithsonian, right? So their collection online here. Again, it's all free, right? Zenio, and I still remember it as a Zenio, but it's now called RB Digital Magazine. It's current and past issues of more than more than 100 different magazines. And then we do have the historic magazines that you don't find the physical copy, the paper in the library anymore, but they're here, they're stored online. We have, you know, limited offer, but pretty good offer. Liberty Magazine, Life Magazine Archive, that's from 1936 to 2000. Time Magazine Archive from 1923 to 2000. So if you're doing a History Day project, dig in here, right? It's all in there. So for the students there, you're all, you know, for high schoolers, you're already done with History Day. So that's, oh, I don't have the newspaper here. I need to go back to get to the newspaper, don't I? Okay, e-newspapers, there are Baltimore Sun, Baltimore Sun from 1990 to present. Maryland Digital News Bank, again, Maryland newspapers and some of the smaller local newspapers. The Laurel Gazette is in there. Of course, Howard County Times, Columbia Flyer, they're all in there. New York Times, a must-have, right? Press Reader, and then ProQuest, the global news stream. And this was the formerly the ProQuest newsstand. Then Wall Street Journal, Washington Post. So these don't go back that far. But right here, Historical Newspaper Archive. Look at this, right? Right, yeah, 1837. It's a long, long time ago. And it even has the Washington Post archive from 1877. Again, to the students who wants to do some serious research for your history project, this is the place to go, all right? Okay. So, I do want to go back to, there's just too much information. I work in the library. I work for the library, right? I'm there all the time, right? I still feel like, oh my gosh, I need to do this. I need to remember to look at this, and I get overwhelmed. Okay, so I want to go back to research again to show you what we have in our databases. So I just click on the icon for research, right? So this is where you arrive. Just to give you an idea how much stuff that's in there. So this is just a category list. So basically, these are the databases by subject. Oh my goodness, it's 8:38. Okay, I'll talk a little faster. So these are the different categories by alphabetically by subject, right? This is how much that we have. From book recommendations to test preps, again, practice exams and career research, and science resource, online, again, online classes, literary criticism and analysis that will come handy for your English class, right? Again, learner language, legal assistant, and investing research. Historical research, many people use for genealogical research to research their family tree. Health and medical information. So much stuff, right? And another important thing is consumer report. If for those of us who are familiar with the paper format of a consumer report in the library, we have them now in our databases. And so we have more than 80 databases in here. Okay, and I do want to just again show you another way, just so you know the scope of it. There is actually an alphabetical listing of all the databases by name, by title. So I'm going to click on that. Okay. Again, from A to Z, these are all the names of each individual databases. Okay. AMA Doctor Find, that is provided by American Medical Association. You can do research for a doctor that you're gonna see, right? And again, you have to pay attention to full text articles. Some of them only have abstract, so it's not that helpful. It's not that, but you get the abstract. If that's something you really want, then you have to track down to find the original article. However, if there's a note noting full text articles, meaning if you go in there, you will find the articles with the entire text, not truncated, not abstract, okay, but the real thing. American Periodicals, another full text article, Ancestry.com, and that is something that people use very often. People come to rely on to do family research. Again, artists' works, database, again, Baltimore Sun. And for students, if you're doing a research on a historical character, a figure, and this is what you can use. Books and authors, again, Brain Fields, that's the live homework help. Again, I have to say 7 days a week, 2 p.m. to 11:55 p.m. You can get a live tutor. Although sometimes there is a wait, so you have to be a little patient. Okay. Brain HQ, the business. So, you get the idea. So dig in here and surf through and find your treasure. That's what I say. The tips on searching databases. I'm sure many of you, most of you, especially the high schoolers, when you're in school, your school's media specialist to teach you the research skills, right? So when you do a search in the database, the professional librarian, we call it federated search, meaning you put something in the search bar, it searches in all the databases for you. So very often that it will return you a whole bunch of stuff. So you want to narrow it down, right? So we call those limiters and to remove items. So what you want to concentrate on first, I just said full text article, and you want peer reviewed, okay? And they're scholarly reviewed in the field, right? You also want to check on the date the article is published, unless you're doing a historical research. But if you want, most of the time, if you want something current, you want limit the date to in the past 5 years, 3 years, 2 years, right? And document type. So do you sometimes, okay, for the students in middle school or elementary school, the teachers will say, you can only use books, or you can only use journal articles. You cannot use newspapers. You cannot, so you can limit it that way. Some articles, I'm not sure that I can find it. Let's see. Some articles within, once you find that article, you can there, look on the screen, on the toolbar, sometimes the publisher will give you a citation tool, which makes it easier for you to cite the article you're reading. You click on that, a form comes up, you plug in, and then the citation will, the citation will automatically show up, and then you can download it directly to your computer.
And I just wanted to leave enough room for some questions. We actually have 2 that came in, and just wanted to make sure we address those really quickly. So the first one being...
Actually, I am done.
Okay,
actually, I'm done. So I'm gonna go back to my slide. If you have any questions, email us at askhcls@hclibrary.org, or you can chat. Now, when you go on the website, you will see this icon here. We are here. That's the live chat that's staffed by the librarian. And I'm sometimes on it too. We all take shifts. The hours are 10 to 6, same as our Contactless Pickup. So you can talk to one of us online that way. You're talking to a real person, okay? And you can email us. With email, it's not real time, but we will get to you as soon as we grab your question. We'll get back to you. You can also call us. Now, my staff put our branches number there, but each branch has a different number. You can find each branch number, like Miller Library, they're 313, I cannot even remember. But yeah, it's all on there, so you can call and you will get a live person during the hours of Monday through Friday. Actually, Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6, except for Thursday, we're open from 10 to 8. Okay, so Thursday hours is a little bit longer. So with that, I am done. If you have questions, I'm sure if you left me questions in chat, Suna probably already have them. So I'm happy to answer your questions. And yeah, if you have more questions for me, you want to contact me later, I will type my email address in chat as well. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for spending time with me.
Yes, thank you. So yeah, I just wanted to go back to the questions we had earlier. So do our libraries have microfiche or any type of non-contemporary IT media for example, census data for 1990 or earlier decades?
I know they're not online, but I'm not sure that we have census information, but we do have microfilm and microfiche only at the central library.
Okay, great. So what about library conference rooms? Are they available for meetings that for, 10 or fewer attendees, taking into consideration, the COVID restrictions?
Oh no, the buildings are not open right now. So the meeting room is not accessible at the moment.
Okay, that's great. So yeah, and I also just had a question. So it's clear that there have been, I mean, it's been a while since I've accessed the local library resources because of, access to university libraries, which is in itself, a whole different system. So I'm curious, are the, relatively newer features such as bundle bags and contactless pickup, are those all a direct result of COVID, or have those been, in discussion previously and just now, being implemented because of, the pandemic?
Good question, good question. Completely due to the pandemic.
Wow, yeah, it's interesting to see, all these actually very convenient and amazing ideas that I hadn't even thought of, but now, they're actually being implemented, and I'm confident. I mean, I don't know about you, but do you think that they're going to be, continue to be used after, the pandemic is over, whenever that is?
I am sure we will find new ways to meet the community needs. And at this point, we'll have to see what it looked like in about, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. But one thing I am sure is that we're constantly revamping our services to meet the needs. So whatever the community needs that's out there, we figure out a way. Okay, we figure out a way to assist you, to provide you whatever possible.
Right, and are these similar to other county library systems in terms of the changes that have been implemented? Sorry, was there any discussion between county library systems or among the state or things like that about how to serve the public during the pandemic?
Yes. Maryland is a very good place for as far as public library goes. The services are superior. You don't see a whole lot of strong public libraries like we enjoy here. And there is a very strong consortium, very close working relationship between different county libraries. I've just finished attending online for the first time the Maryland Library annual conference, actually like a couple weeks ago. Actually, yeah, a couple weeks ago. So yeah, we work closely. I don't know if anyone used the interlibrary loan service, and again, that is a consortium. It's a partnership among public libraries in Maryland. Very strong professional support, very strong library profession. It's
right. Yeah, I actually remember that when you mentioned the interlibrary loaning, I remember using that during college, and it was very useful to know that, if my college library didn't have it, at least, another college nearby had it, and immediately it would be available within a couple days, if not sooner. So I thought that was amazing to be able to have that. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So we do have a couple more questions from the audience. So do the Howard County Libraries have 3D printers?
We do. We do. Pre-pandemic, we take requests. There is an online request form. Oh gosh, let me see if I can dig that out. But we don't have it right now due to the pandemic because the process of it and taking the request. That's a good question. I have not thought of it. And if I don't know who is asking, and you can email me, how do I? So yeah, so my email is Diane, diane.li@hclibrary.org. So if you need to know what's going on with that with the 3D printing right now, if that service is available right now, email me and I will find out for sure for you. But for now, I am really not sure. I am not sure. I'm not.
No problem. So what about in terms of the materials? How often are they being updated? For example, this person's concerned with the test preparation materials. Are they new? You know, how would you say, how new, like what year would you say they're around?
You mean the tests, the books?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, we update them every year. As soon as there's new edition, like 19th, 20th, and we get the new one. Oh. And not only with test prep, any time sensitive materials, we stay on top of it. Not only the textbooks, travel books, for example, we get like 4 Doors travel books. We get them every year, and we read the previous, because things change, right? And you're going somewhere, and the information that you put out, you're recommending this place or this restaurants or whatever. The next year, I mean, especially, I mean, it's not a good thing, but just as an example, it may not be there. So the information keeps changing, keeps updating, and so we keep the books that we made available to our community update as well.
Right. Yeah, that's great. That's good to know. So yeah, because then I'm sure people are wondering, oh, is it worth, you know, buying or purchasing? But it seems like the library has many resources and service that are underutilized and really could benefit a lot of people, you know, saving that money for, you know, buying those books that they'll use maybe once and then, you know, toss.
Exactly. It's a good thing all around. It saves the environment, and it saves you money too. It's free. Many of these resources, you know, you don't have to go out there and pay for it. They're right there. And the best of all, you don't have to spend all of the time to wonder, okay, is this information for real? So whatever that we put out there, they're all vetted. The information are all vetted. You don't have to wonder. Right?
You have to wonder if that Amazon is like a fake book or a fake item. Like, yeah, that's really good to know. So we did have a question. I'm not sure if they mean Chinese language or just Chinese in general, but I think they're asking about Chinese censors. So under genealogy research, does it have a Chinese database?
I don't believe so. Okay. Not that I know of. Not I know of. There are libraries that I know that provide that. However, I don't know if that's online. The church, the Latter-day Saints library in Salt Lake City, they have a extensive collection of this genealogical research, these books that are housed in their genealogical library right there, and in Chinese. And I have not seen that elsewhere. I'm not sure if they made that online. I'm sure, but I'm sure if you search, you can find out.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. The Mormon Church. Yeah.
So we just have about 3 more minutes left, but I did want to ask one more, unless we get another one. But so, do our libraries continue to purchase bestsellers during the pandemic?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We have tons. If you look at that, we have the bestsellers right here. See that bestseller? Yeah, front and center, not center, but on the top. The other thing, you know, I almost forgot. I do want to highlight this a little bit. Class is an event. So these, you can register for library classes here. This is today, right? And the upcoming classes and whatever that's highlighted, they're all here. There is one upcoming, my staff that's asking, could you talk about my class? I said, sure, yes, I will talk about your class. It's a tech time. Many people need help with their devices. Okay, let me search for it. Yeah, there we go. This is close. This is Jenny. Okay. So yeah, 26. Tech time. So you hover over, it will tell you what this is about. Curious about library tech. So this, if you have trouble using Overdrive or Libby or Cloud Library, Hoopla, any of those databases, you can come to this class and get help. And we're also in the, okay, let me see. Yeah, we also consistently revamp and planning our classes too. So
that's great.
Hope to make our resources helpful.
Yeah,
that's
really good to see.
That's what we're here for, trying to be helpful.
Well, I think that's all the time that we have. First of all, thank you so much for, outlining really all the resources and services that the libraries have for us, because it really seems like, there's so many and so much that, again, as I've said, seem to be underutilized and could really benefit a lot of people. So I really appreciate you taking the time on a Friday night to, share this with us, and hope that this was useful for also all of our participants tonight. So thank you guys so much.
I hope so too. So thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I'm gonna just end the meeting.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.